Alright, so let's get into the work makeup for today. Starting out with cleanse skin. I already used my primer, the face glue, as well as one side secure the blur on my laugh lines, as well as up under my eyes. So now let's get into the makeup. So I'm using the NYX, the brow glue, crazy lift. It's not time for me to get my eyebrows threaded. I am, however, due for a lash fill that I was not able to squeeze in before my birthday. So we'll actually be getting that probably on Saturday or Sunday this week. As the LSAT, took the LSAT yesterday myself. I am absolutely out of myself. This is the second time that I've taken this test, and I felt very, very confident going into this test. I invested a lot into myself to make sure that I did well in this test. Some things that I did was I actually hired a tutor this go around instead of trying to self-study. We just stuck with Law Hub, doing drills on Law Hub, as well as taking a practice test every week and completing a practice section every day, which I was able to see a lot of great success with reading comp. With that being said, yesterday for my test, I had 2 reading comp sections to complete, as well as 2 logical reasoning sections to complete. And I can say that I thoroughly enjoyed the reading comp sessions that I completed. They were not scientific at all. They were actually dealing with something that I was interested in. One was an entire HR passage. One was about law. One was about African American art. Another one was about hip hop. So I was very intrigued by those passages, which made me want to read about them. And I could honestly say that I could tell when I got an answer right, because I was like 100% sure I got the answer right. And that's kind of how I went into it. I am registered for the November test, just in case I do not get my desired score this go round. I will continue to complete a practice test every Sunday. I plan to take one this upcoming Sunday. Prior to the test, the only thing that I did was I completed a drill set for logical reasoning on Saturday. Sunday, I didn't do anything. Monday, I didn't do anything regarding the LSAT. Prior to actually going into the testing center to complete my LSAT and take the test, they advise you to warm up and take a drill set. So I did that in my car. I took my iPad and I completed a drill set of 12 questions. Not too bad. Got 8 of those 12 correct. So that gave me confidence to walk in there with my head high. I had my snacks. I had everything that I needed to be successful. And, prior to the test, of course, I prayed. My friends and family showered me with love. My boyfriend prayed with me prior to me getting on the road to take the test. I got so many text messages from friends and family telling me that I got this and all the things. So I'm confident. It's in God's hands at this point. We'll see 3 weeks where we get or what we got. So that's the plan moving forward, is to continue to do drills and definitely complete a practice test every week. As far as what's next, I have a trip that's lined up. That's next week that I am super excited about. today is my birthday. I'm going into work, which is rare, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do because I'm taking time off next week. Friday is National Black Girl Day off. I'm hosting an event with a good friend of mine. So super excited to host about 15 to 20 women for Black Girl Day off. That's going to be exciting. I'm excited to get all of my freebies from some of my favorite stores, Sephora, Bath and Body Works, Ulta. There's a list of all the things that I am going to get for free. I already told my boyfriend, be prepared to be sick of me because we going all these places to get coffee and all the things. Just a list of what's going on the rest of the week for me. We want to actually take some time to relax. I do have some deadlines that I need to complete as I go through the final round of edits for like my personal statement and all the things. I want to knock out some of those edits this weekend to be prepared for when I do get my test results back in the next few weeks, that we can just immediately go with the flow and have everything submitted and ready to go. I was looking at some other videos on TikTok of some people that took the September and October tests, and they were saying how heavy it was with reading comp, which I can definitely agree with. The passages were long, but again, to my point earlier, they were intriguing to me. And we know from previous videos I have been really working hard on reading comp. I know that I highlight too much, but getting those first 8 or 7 questions correct come in handy, especially with the main point questions. What's the author's attitude? So I was really focusing on that. That may also be why I didn't feel like it was that heavy for me, but who knows? But just my opinion. Also, for logical reasoning, it wasn't too bad. You know, I kind of just stuck with reviewing my answers. I did have some additional time where I was able to review my answers, which was actually great for me. And I could, at that point, also tell like, hey, I'm going back and I'm reviewing these questions. And you can tell when you're getting correct answers back to back. So that made me happy, and that made me motivated to continue taking the test. Overall, I made it. I made it through the test. I've been telling myself thus far, I can do hard things, and this is a hard thing to accomplish. That's way too much blush, but we gonna work it out. And a lot of people don't take the LSAT, and a lot of people stop after not getting their desired score the first time. I'm proud of myself for pushing through. I'm also proud of myself for having a backup plan. Like, hey, if it does not work out, this is the plan to continue moving forward and not be shut down by it. Because when I took that test last year, November, when I got my test score, I was shattered. I didn't want to do anything. Thanksgiving wasn't the best. And whose decision was it to make the test results come out the day of Thanksgiving? Who thought that was a good idea? But anywho, Thanksgiving wasn't great for me. Christmas wasn't the best because I was just down, because I'm like, oh my God, am I slow? Like, what is this? Like, what is seriously going on? And I think I have a video of that I'll actually share. So I'm definitely keeping myself motivated. I'm excited about the week. I have yoga in the park on Saturday. So yeah, I'm just really excited about the rest of the week. I do have a lot of work to do for work, as well as I have a lot of stuff to do for application prep. But we're going to have fun in the meantime, and we're going to prioritize still getting up at 4 a.m. Nothing changed. Woke up like clockwork this morning. Nothing too glamorous for work today, just the basics, kind of doing a little bit more of a pop for a highlight. It's actually wear your favorite baseball jersey today. Cannot find my Braves jersey, so we decided to do something different. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so my plan is to wear a pink blazer, this top, some jeans, and some pink and white dunks. Keep it interesting. I'm different in the workplace. Definitely different in the workplace. One of few. We're coming together. Wanted to take my locks out of the lock dog. Not gonna happen today. Probably not gonna happen today. Is the makeup for the day. I'm just gonna spray in my hair with some lock spray and probably use a little bit of oil to moisturize my scalp, and this will be it. Until next time, see you later.